So today I'm doing something a little bit different. People ask all the time if our rattlesnakes are my pets. And I like keeping them, but they're not my pets. We try to keep that separation. They are venomous animals. Sometimes we have to give them away to different places, that kind of thing. But I am letting myself do something that I haven't done in a long time, and I'm gonna get some pet snakes. When I was a kid growing up in Oregon, just the coolest snake you could find is a little thing called a rubber boa. It doesn't look all that impressive. It's like, I don't know, a foot long. It looks like it's made of rubber. They need a cold environment. And they were just such cool little things. So I saw some of those for sale and I bought them. So they're getting here this week, but that means that I have a lot of work to do between now and then to set up an enclosure that is, as well as I can make it, will mimic the Pacific Northwest. So I did used to have 5 rubber boas back when I first started Rattlesnake Solutions, and I really liked them. I wanted to start a breeding colony of them, and it was really sad. I ended up killing them all on accident. I was moving out of my house, had them all in boxes ready to go. They were in a back room along with other stuff that I really wanted to move myself last, and a beam of sun came across the room. I didn't plan right and cooked them. These are snakes that, it's not like keeping other reptiles. In fact, that's the thing that most people get wrong when they're keeping rubber boas, is they put heat lamps on them, like big hot heat lamps, expecting them to bask, giving them, you know, way warmer temperatures than they like. They like it to be cold and relatively damp. And to do that in Phoenix, it's pretty tough. That's why I haven't really pulled the trigger on something like this in the last 15 years of replenishing what I unfortunately lost. Not just sadness, but it's hard to set up that environment, but I have a way. We're gonna be making a bioactive enclosure and make some modifications that'll make it so it can stay down in the temperatures that these little snakes need. So the last time I did it, I had an aluminum sheet that was like this, and it would extend underneath the enclosures, and every morning I would swap out a little ice pack on. And that would keep the temperature down in the upper 60s, which is where I wanted it to be. This time I'm doing something a little better. I have this panel that's gonna be on the side of the enclosure, and then I have this, and I have another one of these too. This is like a little mini, like a mini split. It's like a little tiny air conditioner. And on the back side of this, it gets down below freezing. This is something that people put on processors for gaming machines, but I have 2 of these on here, and then conductively, I can make this plate stay down in the 40s pretty well. So that being up against the side of the enclosure, that means I'm gonna have a cool side and a nice warm side on a pretty good sized enclosure. So this already has kind of a, you know, default looking foam background, but I'm gonna be adding to this so that it looks a little bit more like what you'd expect in the forest that these are found. I laid down some expanding foam, and then I have this shaggy juniper bark that is exactly the right height. I know that this is not exactly from the Pacific Northwest. I'm not trying to be exactly, you know, ecologically perfect here. If it looks like this is in a pine forest when I'm done with it, then I will have done my job. I just so happen to have a whole bunch of this stuff laying around, which is awesome. Maybe I can leave it like this and have multiple trees. Oh, I think I see what to do here. I think I'll make multiple layers of it. Get a little bit of a 3D effect there. Yeah, it's even kind of sticking out a little bit. This looks a lot more like a tree like that. Look at that. So that stuff's all gonna dry. It's gonna take a little while. That's okay. Okay, and I'll fill that in with bark. Holy hell, this stuff is sticky. Don't touch it. This is very sticky. All right, that looks pretty good actually. I'll let that dry and see how it turns out. One more little tree right here in the middle. Just a little one. Okay, we have all the stuff and we need to start making this into a bioactive enclosure. I'm not going to be doing a lot of cleaning in here. That's the benefit of it, is we're going to put isopods in here and keep it moist and the right temperature, and everything will just kind of take care of itself. I do have some help today. Ren's gonna help me out with putting this together because it's kind of like crafts, right?
Where's under stuff?
Pretty good, pretty good. You just gotta kind of pat this down, move it around, and get it so it's nice and flat, and like a nice thin layer over everything, okay? Should we put one more bag in there of that? Let's put one more bag of that. So I'm gonna cover up all that black. Okay, gentle, gentle. That looks good. Okay, now where should we put the plants? I think we should put it up so it looks like a tree almost. Because then it's like a tree, see?
Yeah.
And that's what it looked like. It looked like there's a tree growing in there.
I feel like one should be right. Like
You want to put a plant right here? Okay.
And they're both around the fig tree that isn't really a tree. It's just a log
Yeah, I see.
for snakes. And a nice big plant.
Okay, I'm gonna get some more dirt, okay?
Okay. Daddy?
Hey,
I think your camera turned off. Don't forget about this, Lola.
Put some over there, don't worry. Gotta be pretty nice and wet in there. Okay, can you do it without spilling it? Don't spill it, don't spill too much. It's looking pretty good, right?
This looks really naturey.
Kind of random. Okay, sprinkle. Sprinkle them on that other side. Right. What do you think? Does this look like a forest?
That looks like a forest even more.
I am headed to the airport to pick up my little rubber boas. I am pretty excited about this, more than I thought I would be. I have wanted some of these for a really long time, and I don't let myself have pet snakes really ever. So yeah, I'm stoked. I got a long drive to the airport. They have had a longer trip, so I'll be getting them soon. Got delayed, so the little baby boas are stuck in Indianapolis until tomorrow, so hopefully they'll be okay. I'm heading home. So my boas are here. I'm gonna go get them. So I'm walking to my car, and I was just going into my office to get my GoPro. And let me show you what I found. There's a Western Diamondback Rattlesnake right there. This is a new one too. That's a large snake for a baby. It was probably hiding under my car last night, and I'm gonna be getting out of here. So I hopefully, well, it's going to be in the sun. It's going to have to move, but it'll be fine. So, I mean, it happens to us too. There's no real utility in moving it. It's fine. Here's where I live, and I understand the circumstances here. So, not, it's fine. Stay there. Do what you want. Cool. All right. I don't go a day typically in the summer without seeing a wild rattlesnake, and sometimes it's easier than others to have that happen. I'm just trying to go to work. All right. I'm going to go get my boas now. So I'm driving about an hour away to go get these little guys because they come from a cool environment, and it is already over 100 degrees right now, early in the morning. So they're not going to last long in a FedEx delivery truck. So I'm going straight to the hub right at the airport to pick these snakes up. I'm a little worried that their unexpected extra day in a box in airports could have hurt them. It's not a great thing, especially, snakes in a box, an insulated box. There's not a lot of air. I don't know. It's not going to be worthwhile to worry about. I'm just going to go, crank the air down in here so it's nice and cool as I possibly can. And I'm not going to open it until I get home. Got him. Heading home, and we'll open it up and see what's in there. Okay. Open those very carefully. You might actually be surprised. It is really common for snakes to be shipped in the mail like this overnight. Not everybody does it, but happens every day. In fact, when I was at this store, there was another box there with, it also said live animals, and it was also for a Brian, so a different guy. Okay, here's this. It feels nice and cool, so that's good news. Now these are going to look just like little brown snakes, or maybe olive green snakes. These are just the best things in the world to me. I love these things. Oh my god, there's 1, 2, and they're all okay.
Let me show you one of these. Oh, I'm so excited. This is a rubber boa. It's just a silly little snake, but oh my god, these are of pet snakes. This is my favorite thing. It just looks like a little green snake, but these are wonderful. Okay, so that's the male. This one's a few years old. This is one of the things I always really like about them too, is that they just will stick on your finger. They're constrictors, and they'll just do this. They'll just curl up on your finger and just hang out. So that's good. He's nice and cool to the touch. So that's how he's supposed to be. I'm gonna put him away and show you the babies. Okay, so these are 1-year-olds. Good, and they're both alive. They're both good. Look at this. This is a baby rubber boa, and this is a girl, and so is this. And these are the best little things. Anyway, I'm happy. I haven't had a pet snake in a long time. And this just brings back a lot of memories from when I was a kid. And this was my favorite snake back then. Next, I'm gonna go put them out in their new enclosure.